On August 14, 2025, Hilda Vasquez reported her 12-year-old son, Bryan, missing. She told investigators that Bryan, who is nonverbal and autistic, had left through his bedroom window in New Orleans. After an almost 2-week search, his body was discovered in a nearby lagoon. The coroner determined that he died from drowning and blunt force trauma caused by an alligator. Since the recovery of Bryan's body, the focus turned to Hilda herself, as past records reveal a troubling history of child abuse. On September 7th, NOPD announced the arrest of Hilda Vasquez. Let's listen in.
All right, good evening. Today, the New Orleans Police Department arrested Hilda Vasquez, the mother of 12-year-old Bryan Vasquez, in connection with his investigation into his death. Ms. Vasquez was taken into custody today, Sunday, September 7th, and has been charged with second-degree cruelty to a juvenile and negligent homicide. Keep in mind, this still is an active and sensitive investigation. Our detectives will continue to pursue every fact and every aspect and to any investigative leads. Out of respect for the ongoing process, a lot of the details cannot be released. However, we'll try to answer as many questions as we can. We extend our condolences not only to the community, but to Bryan's family in more ways than one. We also want to thank our local, state, and federal partners who all helped in this investigation, as well as the Cajun Navy, who was out there for several days. This was an emotional and really traumatic case, not just for the community, the family, but also our own officers and every officer that was out there. It was not an easy time for anyone, and we're, again, we wish the outcome would have been different, but it's not the case. But we have to pursue and seek justice for Bryan. With that said, we'll try to answer any questions we can.
Could you give us a little more detail on that cruelty to juvenile charge?
Yeah, so this is all based, actually I'll have Chief Gurner explain a little bit more. However, this has all been in a pattern of behavior by the mother. This is not the first time that Bryan has been the victim of any sort of trauma and or anything that we deem to be negligent. So this is all pattern, and this is all established in the warrant. Nick, you have anything else to add?
So obviously the District Attorney's Office is going to review all the facts surrounding this case and make a charging decision. However, when our detectives looked at this case, the second-degree cruelty to juvenile charge also has a component that reads that negligence that causes severe injury. So obviously, as Chief Gantier said, there has been a pattern of both negligence and abuse over Bryan's 12 years. And so we believe that we can prove that that pattern of negligence and abuse led to a severe injury or a undue pain and suffering on his part.
Laura?
And obviously, you guys probably can't tell us this, but have there been any instances where Bryan has been taken from the mom, or is there any way, because obviously there were cruelty charges before, has there been any thing that has shown that he's been taken away from the mom?
Yes, we do have that information, and I'll let them again speak on this as far as how many times it can release that or not. So I'll let you answer that.
So we know that when Ms. Vasquez was arrested and convicted for abusing Bryan, when he was 3 months old, she committed a skull fracture, broken legs, and a collapsed lung. At that point, he was removed from the home, and then at some point subsequent to that, DCFS returned him back to the home, and that's obviously part of the information that we're working with our DCF partners. But that's in the public realm. That's in our search warrant. Our arrest warrant application that she had that previous conviction. And there was a period when he was removed from the home.
Have y'all heard back from DCFS on why he was returned?
Yeah, so a lot of that is in our DCF notes and records. We're going to have to make that a part of the record that we present to the court and to obviously the District Attorney's Office. But as we stand here today, it'd be inappropriate for us to speak on their behalf.
Thank you.
And where is she being held right now?
Williams Parish.
Just
Lockup.
okay.
Yep, she was brought to Central Lockup to intake booking. I believe we picked her up at around 5:30 p.m. today.
All right, thank you all.
One other thing, Reese.
Yeah.
So as we continue to look into this, anybody with any information that can help us, please notify Crime Stoppers at 822-1111 for any information that you have that can further this case. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Bryan's death is a tragedy, And while it's been ruled an accident, his mother's past brings more questions than answers. This case is still unfolding, and Bryan deserves justice. I'll be following every update, so stay tuned.